Hello, students. Good evening. And today we have come up with our sixth class for BCom third year student, and our subject is auditing. So today we are going to study about audit evidences. So again, welcome here. My name is Prakash Babu. I am an assistant professor in UTKARSH Business School. So let's begin up with the topic today, and our topic is audit evidences. And I hope few of my video earlier has been posted already on YouTube channel, and I hope that my students and the other viewers who have seen my videos have liked my video, and I've got good comment on my videos also, and few people have already gave me a feedback regarding my video, and I'm really very interested to launch few more videos for you guys, so that you can understand your topic well and you can prepare for your examination well in advance. So let's go ahead with this topic today: audit evidences. An auditor applies various audit procedure to obtain audit evidences, which enables him to form an opinion whether the financial statements of an entity are free from material statement and state are true and state a true and fair view or not. Audit evidence is the information that the auditor uses in arriving at a conclusion on basis of which he forms his opinion. So basically, as we can see, audit evidences from the name itself, we can find out what exactly here the line want to say. An audit applies various audit procedure to obtain audit evidence which enables him to form an opinion whether the financial statement of an entity are free from a material statement and state a true and fair view or not. So audit evidences are nothing but these are the audit procedure which have been obtained, which have been applied by the auditor for the purpose of no these are the evidences which have been collected or which have been uh, observed by the auditor for the purpose of find for the purpose of forming an opinion about a particular statement, because if it is any misstatement or uh, any kind of faults are there in the statement, or any mistakes or errors or frauds are there in the statement, then auditor want to form his opinion about this, and to and for the purpose of giving a justification, auditor requires audit evidences, and these evidences are nothing but these evidences will be act as a proof, or will be act as a no evidences the on upon which auditor forms an opinion about his statement, about his auditing state, and he want to judge whether the particular statement forms a fair view of particular fair view of a particular transaction or not. So audit evidence is the information that the auditor uses in arriving at conclusion on basis of which he forms an opinion. So let's move ahead. The auditor should obtain sufficient and appropriate evidence which enables the auditor to arrive at conclusion and support his opinion. Audit evidence forms a basis for forming an opinion whether the financial statement of an entity state true or fair view or not. Evidence collected by auditor should support content of its audit report. Sufficiency of audit evidence is measure of quantity of audit evidence, and appropriateness of evidence is the quality of evidence, its relevance and the reliability to support the auditor's opinion. So whatever the audit evidence is being collected by the auditor, these should have a sufficient and appropriateness in his nature. Sufficiency, if we talk about sufficiency of evidence, means it that whatever the evidence being collected should have sufficient uh, in terms of quantity. It should have good number of quantity, means whatever the material being collected, contents being collected to prove to prove his concerns, that sufficient information is there or not, that is sufficiency. And appropriateness of evidence is nothing but quality of evidence. Whatever the evidence is being collected, is that evidences are having that much of quality or not. Quality, we mean to say quality in terms of we can say the reliability. If we talk about quality, we mean the evidences or the facts which have been there in the evidences are reliable or not. So reliability, we can easily judge reliable data. Whatever the reliable data is there, it means the quality of the data is very good. So reliability depends on from which sources these particular facts or information have been collected. If it is collected from the external sources, then it is more reliable instead of collected from the internal source itself. And if it is of third party, then it is more reliable. If third party is giving the such kind of facts or information, it means it is more reliable, and we can easily judge the quality of particular evidence. So audit evidence includes information provided in books of account as well as information from the other sources. For example, purchase invoice and material received note prepared by stores department and evidence to support the purchase. Essentials of good audit evidence. If we talk about the essentials of good audit evidence, it means whenever we talk about audit evidence, we talk about its essentials. What are the different essentials or parameter to judge whether the collected or evidences are good or not? So from these particular points, we can easily know that particular audit evidence have that much of quality or not, it has that much of good quality or not. So first of all is sufficient. Sufficiency is the measure of quantity. Audit evidence is sufficient when they are available in adequate quantity. It means whatever the audit evidence being collected by the auditor, so we have to see its sufficiency. It means it's in good quantity or not. Sometimes sufficiency requires a lot, because one or two sufficiency is not enough uh, in some way. So more and more sufficiency is required. Sufficiency means if one or 2 days data is available, it is not enough. So if it is 1 month data available, it is more than enough. So like that sufficiency, we mean to say, if more and more data is available for that particular day, for that particular mistakes, then it will be more and more reliable. For example, particular mistake have been done in one particular day, and that particular mistake have been repeated continuously for 1 month of a 6 month of a 3 month, then we can say we have to collect all the information, all the 6 month information we have to collect, that proves that this particular mistake have been done for continuously for 3 months or 6 months. It means we are proving it that this is the evidence, sufficient evidence, and this mistake have been carried on for this particular period. That's why auditor will be able to find will be able to judge his opinion, will be able to conclude, or will be able to form his opinion about the misstatement. So sufficiency is very much important. So for particular day, any fraudulency have been done in particular month, then we have to make it sure for that particular whole month sufficient evidence will be collected by the auditor, so that he can easily form his opinion. Then talk about reliable. We talk about reliability. Evidence obtained by auditor is persuasive rather than inclusive. We cannot consider such evidence 100% reliable for forming an opinion. Reliability of audit evidence depends on its source and nature of such evidences. So it depends on the sources and the nature. So reliability, if there are two different sources from which the evidence has been collected. First is internal source and another is external sources. So from the internal source, whatever the data have been collected, so these are like not that reliable, but the evidences which have been collected from outside the company or from third party, that is called external sources. And this particular external data is more reliable as compared to the internal source. So reliability depends on these particular sources and as well as the nature of that particular evidences. And we talk about nature, we talk about it can be a documentary like bills or voucher. If we talk about visual, like the physical verification of fixed assets or oral confirmation from employees. So these are the nature of that particular evidences. When we talk about documentary, we talk about it's like bills or vouchers kind of thing. And visual, if we talk about a physical verification of fixed assets and all. So these are visual evidences, we can say. The evidences which we can see from our eyes, like physical verification of fixed asset, that we can go on spot and we can find out that some physical things, and will verify this particular things are happening, or with this particular things already exist. This is called visual evidences. And the documentary evidence is nothing but already been printed format, and already the government or some sort of stamp, we can say, information being printed on particular paper, being stamped by the government on any of the higher authority, like bills or vouchers. So these kind of documentary evidences are also more reliable. Or we can say oral confirmation from employees. So oral confirmation is also required sometimes from the employees, whoever is involved in particular duty, or in the matter in which particular evidences are required to be collected. So the person or employees whoever involved in this particular duty or particular matter, that particular employees will also be orally, that evidences will be collected from that particular employees. And the relevant, when we talk about relevant, we are talking about the relevancy of audit evidence obtained by auditor is relevant or not depends on purpose of audit procedures. So it depends on the purpose that the audit procedure follows, or the audit procedure carried out. So there are some thumb rules which helps in identifying the appropriateness of evidences. So these are the important things that we are going to study now. So there are some thumb rules here which helps in identifying the appropriateness of evidences. So here we can see written documentary evidence is better than testimonial evidence. So here we can see written documentary evidence is better than testimonial evidences. Yeah, it's true. Because the written documentary which have been collected, like we have seen earlier, like bills and vouchers, these are written documentary evidences. So these are more reliable, we can say, or more appropriateness or better than testimonial evidences. And the second one is evidences from external sources is more reliable. So from the external sources or from the third party, whatever the evidence has been collected is more reliable, and as we compare it from the internal sources or from the internal team only. So, and when we compare these two evidences, we can easily take into consideration the external sources, because that third party involved in this, and third party is more reliable because they don't have any biasness in any, so they can take the decision. They are not comparing any other, they are not comparing any parties here. So whatever the decision they are taking, those decision will be fair and rational decision. Then original documents are preferable over their photocopies. So original documents are preferable over their photocopies. It means whatever the original documents are there, those documents will be preferable as we compare their photocopies, because photocopies are not that much reliable because photocopies can be, copies can be made easily from the from the fake documents also. So original documents are preferably more reliable. The auditor should have a good understanding of internal control of organization, as it enables him to obtain relevant evidence. So he should have a good understanding of internal control of organization, because it enables him to obtain relevant evidences. The more an auditor is in touch with the internal parties or internal control he is having with the team, the more he'll be able to use the information, the more he'll be able to utilize that particular evidences from the particular internal sources. So auditor should have a good command on internal control also, internal control of the organization. He should know whoever is involved in the internal control organization, and whoever have been assigned the duties and assignments, whoever is there, whoever is involved in this particular duty, their task, and which is their deadline, and in time, within certain time frame, how these people can do their work, and what is the status of their work, and what is the quantity and the quality of work being done by these people in the organization. All this information should be there with the auditor. Then the fifth one is evidence obtained by auditor through direct observation, inspection, physical verification, computation are better than evidence obtained indirectly. So evidences obtained by auditor through direct observation, inspection, physical verification, computation better than evidence obtained indirectly. So these are the evidences which have been more reliable. The auditor which he get through direct observation or inspection, physical verification, or computation. Computation means if it is computing anything analytical on his analytical basis, or mathematical computation or statistical computation, those datas are more reliable, or those evidences are more reliable as compared to the evidences which is getting it from indirect sources. And moreover, the direct observation, we can see directly if a particular auditor is directly observing the particular incident or particular misstatement, frauds or errors, those kind of direct observation are very much important. Inspection and physical verification is very much important, and it plays a value for a particular evidence. A particular evidence value will be more if he's having these kind of, these kind of facts, or these kind of um, features available in that particular evidence. So altogether we want to say that indirectly, whatever the evidence being collected by the auditor from the indirect sources, those are not that reliable, and the reliability is more if a particular auditor is inspecting or physical verification he is doing, or he is having direct observation on that particular event or incident, or he is computing or is doing computation on that particular issues, or mathematical computation we can talk about statistical computation. So that computation is very much important, because here he's trying to find out the actual figure out of the competition computation. So that's why we can see more and more and reliable evidences being collected by the auditor. So that's all for today. We have already gone through this topic, and I hope you people very well understood what is exactly an audit evidences, and we have gone through the essentials of good audit evidences also. So I hope you guys understood it very well, and if it is any queries or any doubt relating to this subject, guys, I want your feedback, and any of the doubts or any queries you have, you can leave a comment in my comment box on my YouTube channel. Or if you want to reach me, you can reach me directly on my WhatsApp number 6397635767, or you can contact me directly at my email ID pgprakashgang@gmail.com. Thank you. Thank you for today. Let's uh, wind up for today, and hope you guys will be in touch with me very soon with the next topic ahead. And I hope you people are working hard in your home, and stay blessed, and keep in tune with me in my next session very soon. Thank you. Thanks a lot for today.